right? Moments after deleting that very post, Siddaramaiah has now shared another post clarifying that. The cabinet meeting that was taken up on Monday, which approved the bill to fix 50% reservation for administrative posts and 75% for non-administrative posts for Kannadigas in private industries and other organizations of the state. So in the meantime, the deleted post, however, it's not there. We had earlier taken up as far as what the Chief Minister had to say, but the cabinet meeting thereafter was taken up to approve this bill when it comes to the reservations for Kannadigas there. Let's now take up the new post that has now been put up by the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. So quoting from that new post where he goes on to say that the cabinet meeting held on Monday approved the bill to fix 50% reservation for administrative posts, 75% for non-administrative posts for Kannadigas in private industries and other organizations of the state. It is our government's wish that the Kannadigas should avoid being deprived of jobs in the land of Kannada and should be given an opportunity to build a comfortable life in the motherland. We are pro-Kannada government. Our priority is to look after the welfare of the Kannadigas. So this paragraph, however, is the repeat rather of that earlier tweet or post that has been deleted by the Chief Minister. But of course, this is the difference which is now can be said, Deepak, in clarification rather, if we take a look on what the Chief Minister's now post actually has to say of what this new bill encompasses.
Yes, from early this morning, of course, we put out that draft copy of that bill as well. It's yet to be tabled, so there could be some changes that could be made there. But of course, there seems to have been some sort of a confusion between the Chief Minister's office and the ministries involved here in preparation of this bill and how they want to really go about it. Earlier, of course, the Chief Minister's office had tweeted that there's going to be 100% reservation in C and D category. As far as the bill itself is concerned, the draft copy that we have access to now talks about 50% reservation in managerial and other posts and also 70% in non-managerial posts. So now, of course, the Chief Minister putting out that tweet talking about 50% and 75%. So in the draft copy, of course, it talks about 70. Now the Chief Minister's office is saying 75. So whether this change will be made before the bill is actually tabled, that remains to be seen. But we've seen, of course, a lot of responses that have come in from corporate bigwigs who've expressed their concerns about how this will have an impact. We've just also received a statement from NASSCOM as well, and they have also expressed some apprehensions. They've said that there is a big dearth as far as skilled employees is concerned, and this applies even to the state of Karnataka. So having a policy or a rule like this could be detrimental in the interests of the growth of organizations, setting up of these organizations, while of course the Karnataka Congress government has been talking about how they want to really improve the infrastructure in the city, ensure that more companies do come and set up shops here and establish businesses here. Whether such rules will backfire is the question.
All right, with those reactions that have also been coming in, we also talk about how the Karnataka ministers have been responding to this raging debate over this new bill. Speaking to Times Now, the State Labour Minister Santosh Lad has said that the government respects the opinion of the corporate bigwigs, but doesn't have the state enough skill to provide 50% staff considering the quality of educational institutions, etc. in the state. Let's listen into this conversation.
Right now, the decision that has been, of course, taken by the Karnataka government to introduce this bill, reservation for Kannadigas or localites. Give us a little bit of clarity as to what this bill really envisages.
We are asking around about 70% into the, what they call it as a management and non-management. So this is a fair, I think it's a deal for both, and especially the local will get more opportunity. And in the longer run, a lot of traveling has been done. I've gone personally, I've visited people. I don't want to comment, but the reports what I've got, even the lower vertical also, there are not many local people preferred. And they always talk about merit. So I feel Karnataka has got a lot of potential in merit here. The reason is because when you come to education side, we are number one. May it be in engineering or medical or number of colleges, ITI, diploma, may it be even the international school here, the private sector. Everything is available here. So I still don't understand why do they feel that there is no merit in Karnataka, number one. So in the management level also, we are giving them the 50% opportunity there, and 50% we are asking them
What
to
are the
give
kind of
local.
roles when you talk about management?
They have to come them, see, because it's a very broader. They have to address what is management and what is not management. Whichever they feel it is management, we are asking 50%.
Okay.
Whichever they feel it is not non-management, we are asking 70%. So it's a fair deal. I don't think so. There is anything wrong by this. The industry will get hampered.
Some corporate, bigwigs have, expressed their apprehensions. Probably not. Some of them, of course, say that it's probably unwarranted. Some of them say that it's good, but they're also saying there are certain caveats that should come in. You have the likes of Mohandas Pai who've commented on it, Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, and many others.
No, I respect them because I know they have been always this industry, and they are pioneers here, and they have been one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the state and as well as this country. I respect them. So ultimately, if there are any suggestions, or with this, if they are able to fail, really it's going to hamper their business, we can always look into it. But as of now, this, according to me, with best of my knowledge and wisdom, whatever borrowed wisdom I have got by my experience, I feel this is a fair deal bill. Let's see if they have got any apprehensions, they can always give in writing to us. We'll look into that.
Last question. So now, on one hand, you have the pro-Kannada groups and the localites who will, of course, be elated by this particular move. They'll welcome what the state government is doing. On the other, there are some people who are saying whether this builds unnecessary pressure, whether, IT capital like Bengaluru, whether such rules will, be a regressive one. This is something that's being speculated.
See, you have to speak globally, right? What is Trump speaking about? Why are you not speaking about Trump when Trump says that every citizen has to go out? He said Indians are taking the jobs. So likewise, there's a pressure everywhere, right? My concern is, I always feel there's a lot of potential here.
That is talking about a separate country when Trump is saying. But here we are talking about just one state within the country.
I know. I said what is he talking about? So we are the federal structure. So I am talking about my state. In my state, why do you feel there is no potential? Why do you feel there is no talent here? If there's any justification to it, why you feel there's no number of colleges are less here? In the whole of country, number of colleges, engineering colleges, medical, ITI, nursing, you name every bit of it, even international schools are here. One of the best international schools are here. Why do you feel there is no talent here?
Okay. So lastly, just for clarity, the Chief Minister's office also had put out a post talking about C and D category and 100% reservation there. If you could throw some more light.
I've given the clarification to them.
Okay. So that's not something that will be a part of this bill.
That's right.
So addressing the concerns of the industrialists, the Karnataka Large and Medium Industries Minister M.B. Patil has said that the interest of both the locals and the industrialists will be kept in mind, and a meeting would be held with the Chief Minister with this regard. So they are open when it comes to the consultations.
So we have got myself, IT Minister, Law Minister, Labour Minister. We'll all meet the Honourable Chief Minister when we'll resolve all these issues. And I assure that number one, Kannadigas' interests are protected, so they do not have any apprehensions. At the same time, the industries, whatever the apprehensions they have got, or whatever they have understood, all these things will be addressed by us.
Meanwhile, the Karnataka IT and also the minister that we talk about, Priyank Kharge, who has opined that there is no need to panic over the new bill, as the government would safeguard the jobs in the interest of Karnataka and encourage investments at the same time.
In by the Labour Department. They are yet to consult with the industry, the Minister of Industry and with Department of Information Technology. I'm sure that before coming up with the rules of the bill, they will have due consultations with the respective ministries and, more importantly, a wider consultation with the industry. So there is no need to panic. We are going to safeguard the jobs for the state as well as encourage investments in the industries with their consultation.